Hello, everyone. A very warm welcome to the session. Hi, this is Maliha, your trainer, and I welcome you all to your data science webinar. Yes, so in your today's session, I'm going to take you through the journey of what is data science, how you can take your first step towards the data science journey, towards your career building in this field. I hope you all are excited. Let us quickly start. So, I will be first giving you all the introduction about what is data science and everything, and end of the session we also have a Q&A to take up all your questions, right? So, let us quickly start. So, hi, this is Maliha. I'm your trainer for today's session from Bangalore, India. I come up with a 6+ years of experience as a data science and a technical trainer. Training is not only my work, it's my passion. I really enjoy bringing that change into people's life. And this is the reason I'm here following my passion with all of you at Digital Genesis. And I hope you all also enjoy the session with me today. Talking about the agenda for today's session. So, in our today's session, I'm going to give you a very brief introduction to what is data science. Yes, many of you have heard of the term, but what does it actually means and why it is so much in demand right now? We're also going to understand a data science project execution. Yes, it is not limited to introduction, but I'm going to take you through the practical knowledge of a project. We'll see how a project gets executed. What can be a real life execution of data science? Then we'll also understand the data science market, trends, growth, different job opportunities, and why you should start with data science now. And I'll also give you the brief about the course structure. Yes, we'll also understand the course structure with us, different modules, what all you'll learn, and I'll take up all of your questions. Yes. So, before moving towards this session, I just want to take up a small introductory session. Yes, so I've already introduced myself. I also would like to know my learners for today's session. Yes, so it's just very basic. I want to know from where you all are joining and what are you all currently doing, right? Which profession or which industry you belong to. So, all the learners in the session, I just want you all to put down your name, from where are you, and yes, your current profession, like what is your current industry, what are you doing currently. So, this will also give me a base to start how deep I need to explain everything. Okay, so all of you, I'll be waiting for 2 minutes. Take your time, put down your responses in the chat box. Yes, not a Q&A box. In the chat box, I want to know your name, from where are you, and your current profession. Okay, so everyone, I'll be waiting for your responses and then we'll move on. Hi, Terry. You're a data analyst. Wow, that's great to know. You're working at a call center in South Africa. Good. Hi, Sarah, you're from Kenya. Okay, you're an operation specialist. Okay, so I can see new to the data science field. Okay. Hi, Yubone. Hi, Hanan. Hi, Jorum. You're a supply chain officer. Okay. Hi, Bredon. Are you from Johannesburg? You are into finance. So again, new to DS field. Okay. Hi, Robot. You're a data analyst. Okay. Hi, Lungi. You're a system administrator. Okay. Hi, Emmanuel. Okay. Hi, Corinne. You're a mining industry, not into data science. Okay. Lungil is from IT. Good to know. Hi, Denise. Just finished high school. Oh, that's a good time, Denise, to start with DS career because you have a lot of time to spend in practicing and research. So, a very good time to start your career. Hi, Anitha. So, you're a teacher. We follow same profession. Great. Hi, okay, you're an accountant. Hi, Barent. Um, business improvement facilitator. Okay, that's great. Sounds good. Hi, Joram. Hi, Jamlik. You're currently a student. Again, a good time to start your career into data science, Jamlik. Hi, Rosalia. New to data science. Okay. Hi, Nason. Hi, Zandil. So I can see many of you coming from South Africa. Hi, Emmanuel. I'm not sure if the session is available after the webinar, but the recorded session will be there on the YouTube channel of our company. Okay, so you can check out there. Hi, Nishon, you're a statistician. Statistics has a lot to do with data science, so good add-on to this career. Hi, Zandil, you're a geologist. Hi, Majaliva, a doctor. Okay, that's great. Happy to hear that. Hi, Raymond, an entrepreneur. Hi, Tetive. You're working in a tech company. Good. Hi, Joy. Just finished high school. Again, a good time to start the career right now with the correct choice. Okay, Joy. Hi, Jacob. You're education department. Okay. Hi, Jason. IT software development. That's good. Then that means Jason, you have good coding knowledge, which will be an add-on. Okay. Hi, Paul. Okay, I'm so happy to see so many of you responding and being active in the chat box. I would appreciate all of your participation and activeness like this throughout the session so that we enjoy the session together. Okay. And I might have missed on, but I've read all your messages. I welcome you all from Africa, Kenya, from different fields to the session. Let us quickly start. Hi, Veronica. Hi, Zolani. Great. So, hello, everyone. Thank you for your quick introduction. We are good to start the session now. Yes, so let us first understand what is data science. Let's have a deep introduction. Why everyone around the world is just talking about data science or they want to start the career. Why is there so much demand? Now, see, for me, I say there's a lot to talk about the name data science. Yes, there's a lot to do with the name of the subject. What is the first word? Data. Yes, data is the heart of data science. Okay, and the reason why data science is so much in demand because of the availability of e-data. Yes. Why were we not talking about data science few years back, like let's say 10 years back, and why today? Because there's a lot of e-data generation. Okay, and data can be stored and manipulated very well now compared to the previous time. So the availability of data and utilizing that data to make decisions, future predictions, analysis, insights, and everything is possible now with lot of e-data generation. And that's why data science is in demand. Okay. Now let's understand what is the study of data science. Gather and organize data. Yes. In this study, we first gather and organize the related data, process and analyze information. So what happens is once we have electronic data available, we try to utilize the data to do decision making, to do analysis, to do future predictions, and to get insights. Right? All of these falls under data science. Okay. And trust me, they help us a lot. Yes. Big companies nowadays use data analysis to make their decisions. Their decisions are backed by a deep research on that data set. Okay. So it helps you to gather your, organize your data, analyze your data, develop predictive AI ML models. The best part, yes, we are capable of developing machine learning models. These models will help you to do future predictions. Okay. Just let's assume I'm a sales manager. And for next, let's say the 2026 has started, right? For doing the planning of stocks, administration, everything, I want to know what would be my approximate sale for the year 2026. And yes, you will get the numbers with the help of that AI ML module. It will give you approximate number. This will be the sales. And based on that sales amount predicted by my model, I can do a lot of planning, right? So plannings can be done, decisions can be taken, right? And let's say AI ML model predicts that there's a lot of going to be a lot of demand for this particular product. So I keep my, back end ready with the stock of that product. So all of these things are taken care by the AI ML models, right? It also helps us in extracting meaningful insights from big data sets, right? Now, suppose I have 4 years data. Being a human, can I analyze that data by just looking at it? No. But data science will do that for you. It will analyze the data in seconds and give you quick insights. What was your sales in last 4 years? How much you improved? Where did you fall down? Everything insights will be given by quick analysis. Okay. Excuse me. And at the end of the day, this will help you to take data driven decisions. And when decisions are data driven, they at the end of the day help your organized to do future plannings and improve over time. Yes. So what we conclude is data science is all about organizing, gathering, analyzing your data and help in future predictions. Okay. So let us understand the basic stages under a data science project. Yes, I will take all these basic stages of the data science project for you all. We'll actually take a real case project. I'll take you through all the steps, and by the end you'll have an idea how data science work in real life. Okay, now this is just an example, trust me. There can be n number of examples like this where we use data science every day. Every industry needs it. Wheresoever there is data, there is data science to be used. Okay, right? Now, everyone, feel free to put down your questions or any doubts you have related to these slides or what I am explaining in the chat box. I'll take up your questions, right? If you have anything else apart from it, keep it for the Q&A sessions. Okay. What are the stages under a data science project? Now, these are the 6 stages. Okay, these are the 6 stages under any data science project. No matter whatever is your problem, what is your question, any data science project goes through all these 6 stages. Okay, let's understand these stages and I will do a project, or I will show you a project which follows all 6 steps one by one practically. Okay. Yes, Baron. So this is what exactly multiple companies nowadays need to improve their decision making. Not only companies, personal entrepreneurs, or you can just work for a company and help them improve. Let's start. Now, the first step is, first, for everyone among themselves, we have to be very clear with the objective of creating the project. Yes, the first and the foremost important step is be clear with your motto. Why are you creating this project? What is the idea which brought you here, right? Some of you might be creating it for predicting next year's sales. Some of you just want to analyze your sales history. For us, we are going to take a project example where you predict the used car prices. Okay, a project where you predict the used car prices based on the further details. So first, we are very clear with the objective. We are going to create a project or create a machine learning model which predicts used car prices based on the inputs we give. Okay, first thing. So now we are very clear with the objective that we need to predict the used car prices. So the first step which falls under here is the data collection. Yes, you need to gather the required data based on your objective. Now, what is my objective? Car price prediction. So gather the required data which will help me in predicting used car prices. So I might gather up last few years car data available in my system, um, the different models of the car, the kilometers driven by the car, everything, all the required data should be extracted. So the first step is collect your required data. And how is it possible? When your company has e-data, you're maintaining the data. Okay. Second step is cleaning the data. The gathering is not only enough, there are chances that your data have a lot of discrepancies. So you clean the data, deal with missing values, remove unwanted value. Sometimes the data type is not in the correct way. Sometimes the data is not only required, deleted. Sometimes there are a lot of missing values which you need to deal. So the quality of the data should be very good. Okay, the quality of your data only decides the quality of your project. So this is the most time consuming step, I would say, but the most important also. In the third step, you analyze your data. Okay, so at this point, we might get some graphs, visualizations to understand the important variables and get some insights from your data. Okay, once you're done with these three steps, you're good with the data quality, you're happy with the data analysis, you start building the machine learning model. Yes, what is building a machine learning model? You basically train the model with the cleaned data you have. Yes, this data will be used to train the machine learning model. I will be taking each step in detail, so don't worry. So at this point, the step is built. The model is built. Now, building is not enough. You should be happy with the model performance, right? So we will also evaluate how well is the model performing. If you're happy with the model performance, well and good. If you're not happy, you need to improve your model with some techniques. And once this is done, we will be creating an app to deploy our models. Basically, an app which will be predicting the car prices. Okay. Bringing your machine learning model into use is deployment. So these are the 6 steps which fall under any data science project. So let us have an introduction to our project. Okay. And let us follow all 6 steps under our project. So this is the project we are building. Okay, this project is nothing but a company right now in India named as Spinny. Yes, it is one of the very well-known companies. This company or platform buys and sells used cars. Yes, what is the company all about? They have an application. They also have a website which is used for buying as well as selling used cars, second-hand cars, with a revenue of 440 million. And if I say that the whole working of this company relies on a data science model, machine learning model, isn't it amazing? Yes. The whole working, the base of this company is nothing but a data science machine learning model, which actually helps the company to predict the prices, give users the prices for their cars if they want to sell. Also helps the company to predict the prices of the car if they want to buy from someone, right? So that buy and sell prices prediction is actually done by a model, machine learning model. Okay, and we will see the working of that model in detail. So Spinny is a company in India which works on buying and selling used cars. I would like to know what are the different companies in South Africa or from wheresoever you are, which deals in such kind of a industry. I'm sure there should be many. Please put down some names. I would like to know if there are any companies in South Africa. You can relate this example to that company, how that company uses data science in their current things. Mahata is saying we buy cars. Terry is also saying we buy cars. Okay, Sarah says Toyota. I think we buy cars is many very famous. Zandil, Tabi. So there are so many people recommending it. Okay. Yes, Baron, in coal mining sector, I'm glad to know that you are able to connect your current profession with what you need to predict. Yes, you can do that, right? So you just need the required data for that kind of predictions, Baron. Okay. Anyone else who knows any other company? Only we buy cars? Any other brand which actually deals in buying and selling used cars? Really? Okay. That's great to know. Perfect. So just try to connect my example of Spinny with Wheelie or WeBuy Cars. Yes, they use this kind of data science project in their backend only. We have Afri Cars. Okay, Emmanuel. Be forward. Okay, we Paul. Okay, Terry. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate all of your participation in this session. Let's understand the project. Okay, so we're going to use the Spinny platform and see how these machine learning models actually help them in predicting the price of used cars. Okay. So now suppose we all are users. We go to the Spinny website and now I want to sell my car. But before selling the car, I actually want to know what amount or what price the company will offer me approximately for my used car. Because if I'm happy with this price, then only I will go with the forward step and I'll tell them to take my car or pick up my car, right? So what is the first step? Using a machine learning model, as a user, I want to know what would be the price of my used car if I am selling at Spinny. Okay. So when you go to the Spinny website, they actually use a machine learning model to predict the prices. And for using any machine learning model, first you need to give the inputs of your cars. So let us do that. So first it will ask me select the brand of your car. So there are n number of brands. I need to give all the details about my cars specifically. So let's say it's any of these brands. Let's say it's Audi. Then the second thing is what is the manufacturing year of the car? You need to select which year the car was manufactured, right? I hope it makes sense to all of you. Giving these details are very important. Then only the model will be able to predict the prices. Okay. So all the details which I select here will go to my machine learning model for prediction. Then the third is what is the model of your car, because brand is not enough. There are n number of models in each brands, right? So you need to select the particular model of your car. Then you might need to select whether it is petrol, diesel, or CNG. I hope you all agree. The variant of the car, the manufacturing year of the car has a lot to do with the price. Yes, do you all agree with me on this? Yes, I can see so many yes, yes, yes in the chat box. Thank you. So there are so many things which we need to consider before predicting the prices. And I have trained my model with all of these things, right? The next thing is how many kilometers your car is driven. The most important thing. Yes, how many kilometers your car is being used. It's driven. So I'll be giving all of these details. And after giving the details, it will predict the price for my car. Right, so what is the car price being predicted? It's around 2 lakhs something. So what it is saying that this is the range in which we can sell your car. If you are happy, book a free evaluation, right? So this price prediction is done by the machine learning model. Okay. So now it's time that we use those 6 steps, okay, the project steps in our this model building. Okay. So let us start. So the first step is the data collection. Yes, what is the first step? I want to build a model. First of all, be clear with the objective. We want to build a model just like what we saw for Spinny, which is capable of predicting car prices. Okay. So the first step is doing data collection. Okay. So we need to collect data from different sources. If you are working in a company, they might have their own cloud platforms where data is being stored. So you need to extract the required data. The data can be inside an Excel sheet. It can be a cloud platform, or it can be a database management system. Wheresoever your data is stored, you need to extract the data. Keeping in mind the objective, that is, I want to predict the used car prices and I will only gather the related data. Okay. So the first step is data collection. So this is the kind of the data we have collected for this project. Okay, there can be thousands of records. We need a lot of data because this data will be only cleaned and then further given to your machine learning model for training purpose. Yes, model need to be trained, then only it can predict prices. Okay. So this is the car data I have gathered, which has information, very related informations like what is your car name, the manufacturing year of the car. It has the present price and selling price. Yes, it need to have everything. Okay, because when we are telling that this data will be used for training, it should have the answers also. Okay, that is the predicted price also. It should be a part of your data. Okay, let's say I am using data to predict the scores of student. So the data which I'm giving for training should have scores also, so that model understands how to predict scores. Okay. So it has the selling price, the present price, the kilometers driven by the car, the fuel type, whether it is petrol, diesel, transmission, manual, automatic. So all of these things are the part of my data set and they all are very relevant. Yes. Now see, always make sure not to include irrelevant data here. What can be the irrelevant data here? Irrelevant data can be, owner name, owner address. Do we need to do anything with the owner personal address for predicting the car prices? No. So drop such kind of a data and collect only relevant data. Paul is asking what is the difference between selling price and present price. So see, present price is the price in which the car was bought. Okay. But now when you're selling it after some time, what would be the selling price of the car? Let's say I bought the car at 6 lakhs, but the selling price now after some period of time is 3 lakhs. So that is the selling price. Okay, Paul? So it's very obvious that when we buy a car, we need to sell it at a lower price because we have been using it, right? Yes, Mata, this is the actual past data. Nothing which is created by anything else. It is the actual data. Okay. Yes, it's depreciation. Moving on now. Data collection is done. Cleaning of the data. The most important and the time consuming step, as I told. Now, why cleaning is important? The quality of your data only decides the quality of your model. So I need to make sure that my data does not have any duplicate values. Outlier values. Now, outliers are something which we will learn within the sessions. Your data does not have any null values, a lot of zeros, right? Incorrect data type. These things should not be there. Your data should be clean. Assume there are 1,000 records out of which 500 are empty. Does it make sense? No, that data is not useful. So you need to make sure that you fill up the missing values, either you drop the missing values. If there are any duplicate records, manual mistakes are possible, right? So you need to deal all of these things. And all of these data cleaning will be done with the help of coding because there are thousands of records and obviously we cannot go manually to the each record and see whether it is duplicate or it has any missing values. No, just few coding step and your cleaning is done. Okay. So cleaning is very important. When you're happy with the data cleaning, you analyze the data. At this point, you use Python coding and different Python libraries to build these kind of visualization, which gives you data insights. Yes. Now, here only we can see a lot of insights about our data, which was not possible by just looking at the data table. No. See, the first graph shows us, according to the fuel type, can you all quickly look at the graph and tell me which variant has the highest number of cars? CNG, diesel or petrol? In my data set, which variant has the highest number of cars, whether petrol, diesel or CNG? Which coding we would use in manual, that would be taken up in the sessions, but we will be using Python language. Don't worry, Terry, we teach Python from the basics. Very basic. If you're not from the technical field, we teach it, okay? Okay, so there are so many people. Yes, Baron, Winnie, Zandil, Mota, Kabwe, Helale. It's petrol. We all can see it's very clearly visible, right? This visualization is showing us that petrol has the highest number of count and CNG has the least number of count. Was it possible to get this insight with an Excel sheet, everyone? Yes, Emmanuel. Was it possible to get this insight from an Excel sheet just by looking at those thousands of records? Can you conclude? No, right? It is something very unreal or cannot be done manually, right? Similarly, see if I want to see what is the selling price of my car based on the transmission type. Blue colors is manual, orange is automatic. So manual car has a lower selling price, can you see? But automatic car has a higher selling price. So again, a very quick insight, we are able to see that yes, automatic cars are expensive compared to manual. So these kind of analysis can be done using data analysis with Python. Okay. There are a few more. Let me just take you all. So see, again, the another things which we are visualizing is again the selling price of the car. Based on the selling price, the variant of the car, which variant is most expensive. So like petrol, diesel and CNG. These are the three variants in three colors. Okay. So which variant is expensive? Can you all look at the graph and tell me? These are the selling prices of the car. Which variant is most expensive here? Over a period of years, are CNG cars expensive, diesel's expensive, or petrol expensive? Yes, Zendil, Veronica, Zolani, Rungo. It's diesel. Diesels are expensive. If I ask expensive, orange color is having a very higher selling price, and that is nothing but diesel. Yes, Emmanuel, Sarah, Vinny, Lesso, absolutely correct. Yes, Bernard, 2010 diesel. Okay, looking at this again, what is this? Another visualization showing us. So again, this is the selling price of the car. Yes. So this is the selling price of the car based on the fuel type. Okay. So there are a lot of insights which we get from these kind of visualization. We use Jupyter Notebook in the initial sessions for coding. Okay. So yes, now I hope you all can understand that how important is data analysis. It helps you to understand the data more. Okay. Moving on to the next, we can also find the correlation, that is relation among different variables to understand their importance, right? So we have come across three steps. We collected the required data, we cleaned the data, we analyzed the data. And now what it is? It is the time to start building your machine learning project model. Okay. The machine learning model need to be built only when you're happy with the data cleaning and you think that the quality of the data is good. Then you use that data to train your model. Okay. Let's move on to the fourth step where you start building the model. Okay. Now for model building, you need to tell the model some details like, suppose based on these are the variables: kilometer driven, year, manufacturing year of the car, the petrol type, the fuel type, and the transmission type and the price. Okay. Suppose I'm giving this much data to my model for learning purpose. Okay. And now I will tell my model, I need to be specific that see, you are getting trained to predict the price. Okay. That's what our model is going to do. It is going to predict the price of the used cars based on these other variables. Okay. So that's what I'm going to tell my model. I'll tell my model to predict the car prices. No, Terry, these visuals are not created from Excel. Where does this data come from? See, Terry, if you're working in a company, they already have the data stored. And for practice purpose, we will be giving the data. Okay. Now here we need to tell a model that independent are dependent variables. What is dependent variable? Whatever you need to predict is the dependent variable. Like right now, we need to predict the prices. So I'm telling my model price is the dependent variable. You will be getting trained in such a way that you are capable of predicting price. All other variables which helps me in doing the prediction, kilometers driven, manufacturing year, fuel type, transmission, are independent variables. Okay. Any problem has its own independent and dependent variable. Suppose based on the hours of study, I need to predict the score of student. What I need to predict? Scores. Scores are dependent variable. Independent variable would be hours of study, which will help me in predicting, right? Another example would be um, based on, I need to predict the sales based on the advertising cost, manufacturing cost, administrative cost, everything. What I need to predict? Sales. Sales will be my dependent variable, and all other variables, manufacturing cost, advertising, management costs, will fall under independent variable. Okay. I hope independent and dependent variables are very clear. So you need to give these details with coding to your model, that these are the set of independent variables and this is dependent variable. Okay. Once these things are provided to the model, it will start the training process. All of these data, thousands of records, will go to your machine learning model, and model will start learning from that data. It will analyze each variable and understand and get trained. Okay. At this point, I hope all of you are following. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Okay. Now it's time that the model gets trained. Now for training purpose only, what we do is we do data splitting. Yes. Why splitting? Because as we know that, training is only not enough. We will also evaluate the model performance. Very important, right? So for that, we need to split the data. Yes, we are splitting our data in such a way that we give 80% of the data for model training purpose. Training requires a lot of data. And we keep 20% data for evaluating the model performance. Okay. So that's what we are doing. We are splitting our whole data set into training and testing. Okay, training is the 80% of the data we will give to the model for learning, while we keep 20% data separate so that we can evaluate the model performance. Okay. So I have picked up only two variables as of now. Because you all are very new, it becomes difficult to catch up everything at once, right? So as of now, I have kept only one independent variable, car age, and my dependent will be car price. Yes. Okay. So in simple way, based on the car age, you can predict the car price. Okay. Your independent is car age. Your dependent is car price. The simple problem statement right now is based on the car age, predict the car price. Okay. And we are splitting these two variables further as training and testing. Save, I'm so sorry to hear that you joined late. You can stay in for further class and you can watch the recording on YouTube channel. Now, see, we are splitting the data. So the car age variable is splitted into training and testing. Yes. Okay, as I told, train and test. We give 80% of the data for model learning and 20% of the data to test the model performance. How well is model performing? Same goes for your car price variable. What we'll do, we'll split car price also into training and testing. Okay. That is, we are using 80% of the car price data for training and 20% is kept separately for testing the model performance. Okay. Now, why are we splitting? Why is there a need to split? See, we believe that keeping some data separate from the start and then using it later to test the model performance will actually tell us the model performance on unseen data, new data. Just like you get some questions in your test which you were not trained for. Okay. Just like how in your exams you get some real life scenario questions you were not trained for, but you need to answer those unseen questions also. Here also model will predict on unseen data and we'll see how is the performance of the model on unseen data. Okay, can we have a copy of raw spin data for are testing and training. I'm so sorry, the sharing of the file is not possible at this point. But yes, we will share you all the dataset when you join these sessions with us, right, Terry? Do you randomly choose? No, Miranda, there is no random choosing, but it is a generally accepted split. 80% for training because you need a lot of, just like how you're learning in our sessions, you need a lot of data for learning, but your test is done only on very few questions. Similarly, model needs a lot of data for learning, but you test it on the small part. Okay. See, Emmanuel, you're saying we are narrowing the factor. Why we choose car age only as one factor today? Because it's all of your first session. When we learn it within our course, we will not narrow the factors. We will pick up 5 to 6 important factors only. Okay, yeah, it's a good idea to narrow the factors and delete unwanted, but all the required data will be used when we will be doing within our sessions. Okay, I hope that's clear, Emmanuel. What criteria do you use to split the training and test data? Veronica, 80 and 20 is a generally accepted number. Okay. And Winnie, for doing that split also, we have code blocks. Everything is done with the help of coding here. Okay. How do we determine the data to split testing and for training? Winnie, we don't have to worry. That split will be done with the help of coding. They will randomly select 80% of the records for training and 20% will be kept for testing. Okay. Perfect. So now we have done the split. It is very important to keep the test data separate from the start so that it actually acts as a unseen data when you evaluate the model performance. This unseen data will be given to the model after its training. Once the model is trained, I will give this unseen data and tell the model to predict. And that's what has happened. We have trained the model with a lot of coding, and now it's time that we test the model. Okay, now training might sound difficult, but there are n number of machine learning models which are used. Obviously, I cannot explain them today into our sessions in an hour session, but you will be explained with all different type of models and how to train them with the coding, right? Now we are assuming that the training is done. It's time to test your model performance. Okay. How do you test? So in the training, 80% of the data is fed to the model for learning purpose. For test, we already kept 20% of the data separately. Okay, that's what I am using. I am using 20% of the each data. Yes, we will give age to and tell the model to predict price. That's what I'm doing. I'm giving my variable, my model age. Okay, my model is trained. I'm telling my model predict on these age as your test. Yes. What are the ages? 12 years and 20 years. As the test of the model performance, I'm telling the model to predict the ages. While we already have the correct answer for these ages. You all remember? Yes, let me show you. We already have the correct answer for these ages as car test price. These are already correct answers. We already have correct answers, but still now we will tell our model to predict. We'll compare models' predictions and correct answers with us. So now what is the model prediction? This is a model price prediction after getting trained. It has predicted that age 12 of car will have 12.5k dollar as the price and age 20 will have 21.2k dollar as the car price. Let's compare it with the original correct answers we have. Yes, when we test the model, we already have the correct answers, but still we tell the machine learning model to predict so that we can compare how much is the difference between model's prediction and our correct answers. And one second. And that's what we have. The correct answer for this is again stored. Why it's not coming? One second. Yes, the correct answer is coming up here as car price test. What is the correct answer? 12K and 20K. But what did model predicted? Model predicted it as 12.5K and uh, 21.2K. How much is the difference? There's not a lot of difference. But yes, there are some minor differences. 12.5K is the model predictions. Correct answer is 12K. 21.2K is model prediction. Correct answer is 20K. So at this point, we use different evaluation metrics. We get the model performance in percentage. Is it 80% accurate, 85% accurate, 70%? There are some tuning techniques also which are used to improve the model performance if you're not happy. All of these things are done with the coding part. And then once we are happy with the model performance and its accuracy, we actually deploy the model. What is deploying? Creating an application to use your trained machine learning model, like how Spinny is doing. It has created a very big application to use the model. Okay. Okay, so now let's move on, everyone, and let's deploy the model. So in the next step, this is how your we'll do the coding and create a very basic app which helps you to deploy your model. This app is capable of taking all the inputs, as you can see: kilometers driven, age, original price, fuel type, transmission type, and this button is there, and it will predict the prices for you based on the model. Okay. Paul, I did not get your question. Divya, see, any subject you want to use data science, we will teach you how to code from basics. So it's okay if you're not from a technical background. Okay. So yes, everyone, we have followed all the six steps. Can you all see? And we are able to see how the project execution takes place. Obviously, not the coding part, but an overview. I hope you all are very clear with the overview of a project execution. It's just a small example. N number of companies use these models for doing their work. Okay. Yes, you all will be taught, Bernard, how to build the model. Okay. So let's move on. What? Um, no, calculations are not done in Excel. We use Python only for all of these Terry. Now, what I want you all to understand is this was just an example. There are n number of places where machine learning is used. Amazon, yes, Amazon is a very big company. All of you know. So they use it for not only predicting the prices but product recommendations also. Like suppose this is the page. Suppose you're trying to buy a mobile phone. You all know that when we try to buy a mobile phone, it end up giving us these kind of recommendations, and then we end up buying also, right? Let's say with phone, I might buy a cover, I might buy earphones. How? The Amazon is reading your data, analyzing your data, and giving you recommendations. Yes. And that's how they increase their sales. These small techniques are used a lot with data science to improve the sales and whatnot. Okay. Another example, Uber company uses it for demand forecast. I am not sure, but how many of you have seen that in office hours, especially the prices of cabs goes very high? How are they knowing? So they are analyzing the whole map with the help of data science. The data is being analyzed in real time at the back end, and that's how they increase and decrease the price and make a lot of net profit. So just data science is helping here with you, right? Okay. Is this AI generated? What is AI generated, Terry? The presentations are not AI generated, okay? Emmanuel, I might not be able to share my email, but our team will get back to you for any questions. They will call you. Yes, Zandil Data Science uses algorithm to make predictions, okay? Now, where all can you, the calculations such as Uber, everything is done under data science. Okay, Terry? Now, data science is everywhere. Trust me, you have seen few more examples right now, like Amazon, Uber. So it is present in every field, no matter where you are coming from, you can utilize it to improve your skills and performances. May it be e-commerce, social media, transportation, agriculture, healthcare, entertainment, you name the field and we use data science. Okay. Yes, this is data analysis and data scientist. Let's talk about some job roles. Save, I'm explaining that only. So this is the global data science market, everyone. Yes, this is the global market which is going to increase a lot year by year. If you see 2033 forecast, it is going to be double. 28.8% market growth is there. And I am sure I need not to tell now why is there so much growth. We just discussed that, right? Talking about the employment level, yes, it is going to increase by 35.2%. Lot of opportunities are there right now, and in next 10 years they will boom. Okay. While these are the different roles you can go for after the course: data analyst, data statistician, business intelligence developer, data engineer, data scientist, data analyst, all of these fall under data science fields only. Depending upon the complexity, you can choose the role and start working for, right? Talking about the course structure, everyone. So this is how our course looks like. I hope you all are now excited and you have a clarity of what you will be learning with us. Let us quickly move on. Yeah. So yes, this is how the structure looks like. Okay, now talking about each module. So as the first module says, introductory module. In this module, we'll be just focusing on your Python coding concepts. Yes, Python is the base. As some of you say you're not from IT field, you don't have to worry, but you have to do a lot of practice in this module with us. This is the programming foundation module where we will be teaching how to use Python, how to start coding in Python, and how to create visualizations, which we saw in the example, the graphs and all of that will be covered. Right? The intermediary track focuses on the exploratory and insights of your data, that is using Python for exploring your data, making decisions, creating dashboards, visualizations. These kind of dashboards will be also covered under your intermediary track, where you can just give amazing reports and insights and presentations on the data, right? And these kind of reports are actually being used to do decision making based on data science. Then the advanced track actually covers up building the machine learning models and evaluating the model, deploying the model, like we saw, right? How you can deploy and everything, right? So that is what is covered in the 3 tracks. While there are some self-paced recorded sessions only also, these are 4 recorded modules which will be given to you. You can learn from them anytime. But trust me, these tools are an add-on to your resume. Do make sure to go with them. And then talking about the DRs, data science USP. So we give theoretical explanation as well as the hands-on coding. Yes, you don't have to worry that coding is difficult. No, we will teach you within the sessions. We have doubt sessions. We provide you study material and whatnot. Everything is taken care of it here. Okay. By the end of the module, you have MCQs, assignments, and within sessions, we take project to evaluate it. Everything is done. Okay. Everything would be taught in the real life projects. Talking about the company, so yes, everyone, we are Digital Regenesis, a cutting edge platform under Regenesis Business Schools. Okay, we have worldwide branches. We have 5 lakhs plus alumni. We also take corporate training, so 10,000 plus clients. The faculty comes from 12 different countries, 200 plus faculty team we have. Right, so we are not only limited to data science, we have multiple AI, cybersecurity, and other courses also. Talking about the academic team, Dr. Rajshri is the head, right? Then these are the different academic team which will be taking all of your 6 months course. And trust me, we all are amazing. If you enjoyed today's session, I'm sure you'll enjoy next 6 months with us. These are the different campuses we are around the world. And as I told, we take corporate training. This is our clientele. Okay, everyone. Now, if you want any details further related to the course, you can head on to our Digital Regenesis website and see the course details. And yes, I just want to end up saying that if this career is important to you, you will find a way to start. And if it's not important, you'll find an excuse again. So, right, so decide what is important to you, how important it is to start your career, and start today. Yes, don't wait, time never comes back. Utilize your time and start working on it. It's time for Q&A, everyone. You can put down your questions in the Q&A box or chat box. So if you have any questions related to the course, related to the content I've taken up today, feel free to ask me in the chat box or Q&A box. I'm glad to know that, Emmanuel, you enjoyed this session. What is the cost of the course? So I think the team will connect with you for the pricing, everyone. Okay, they are the correct person to answer you. If you have any questions related to the curriculum, you can come to me, okay? Baran, I understand you need to start your career with DS. So trust me, you can just, I've given all the information regarding the curriculum. If you have any other question related to the pricing, the team will help you. Name of the course is Data Science. I'm not really sure about scholarships, Lydia, but you can again ask the team. Power BI is also included in the course. Okay. Could you give me example of how ML is trained? See, pathology laboratory. So trust me, how ML is trained or used in any other field is we use the data of that field. And once you are from that field, right? So you have an idea what are the important data and how you can analyze the data and whatever you need to predict. So your knowledge to your domain is important, and then we are just making you learn how to create models. How can you enroll? Our team will get connected to you so you can ask for further details. Employment opportunities. Again, I'm not sure about this. The team, you can ask the team when they call. Glad to know, Veronica, you enjoyed it. Do you have work recommendation? No. SQL is a self-paced course. Okay. SQL recorded module is added. Thank you, Terry. I'm glad to know you enjoyed. So the course will be given depending on your field of expertise. No, the course is same. You will learn everything same. Where to utilize is your field. Okay, Rixon? Could I take online DS program? That award certificate. Yes, Emmanuel, this program will give you certificate. This is an online program only. For the scholarship, I'm not the correct person. The team will get back to you. Should I book an appointment with the team to get the quotation? Berend, they will call you. Either ways, you can also contact them through website. Safe, don't worry if you don't have any idea of Excel coding in Python. We are here to do that. Your first 2 months are for Python programming learning only. Excel is also added as a recorded module, so you can go through it. It's not a problem if you don't know these fields, okay? Okay, I cannot see any further questions. Anyone having any other question can ask me. Else, we'll wind up the session. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you next soon within our sessions, right? Are there any other platform that make use? Mm, Yes, Zendil, you can continue practicing even after the course. We provide some data set, and you become that trained at that point that you know where to practice and how much to practice. So don't worry about it. Is data science spreadsheet exactly? No, data science is not a spreadsheet. It is about coding. Yes, our certificates are qualified for job. Don't worry. See, certificate is a paper. What you will be learning from us is important, right? So your skills will get you a job. Diploma for this course, not sure. This is a 6 months course. Okay, when does the course begin? We have batches starting every month. The team will can come to you, and you can ask for those details. Again, Zolani, fees is not my answer. The team will call you. Thank you, Sarah. Will the second session also be sent to our email address? No. Will the course require installation? Yes, we will guide you with the installation of the softwares. All the softwares are free. The sample data, again, I cannot share. I don't have a permission to share here, or else I would have shared, right? You can start the course immediately also. Okay, great. So thank you, everyone. Um, Let me see if I have an option to drop down the data set. I don't have that. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'll see you all in the